Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm feeling like a hot dog. Well, there ain't but one way we can go with this. So I said I was gonna rat somebody out in this episode, and I kinda am, cause she ain't gonna watch this. Somebody told me that the world was gonna roll me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Somebody referred to me as weird. I was playing video games with a girl the other day. A girl I've been talking to for a while. Not a while, but for a minute anyway. And I told her I would be back. I told her I would be back. And I left, and I took a minute to get back. I did. I took a minute to get back. And then when I got back, I I saw my phone, and my phone said, "Are you jacking off?" To which I was like, "No." It's like that was the message that she sent me, and I pick up the headset back on, and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" She was like, "Well, I didn't know where you went, and it was really quiet." I was like, "And that's what you thought I was doing?" I was like, "We were playing the game together, and in your head, I'm the kind of person that would just be in the middle of playing a shooter, put the controller down, pick up like whatever device, and just go to town."
What's going on there?
And I was like, "What in the shit?" So I'm going to openly state now, and it's a true statement. I was not beating my meat. I went to go pee. I went to go pee. And after I went to go pee, I went and sat in the kitchen because that's where the air conditioner is, and I was hot. And so we had a conversation. She's like, "Well, you're weird." And I was like, "Excuse me?"
Right?
And she was like, "Yeah, like, you do some..." She's like, "You're questionable." And I was like, "I'm sorry. How so?" She's like, "Well, you're into some questionable stuff." And I was like, "Well, that's a weird statement. If ever I heard one, that sounds like I am suspect as all get out. Like, for some things I don't really want to, like, have to question." But basically, she was like, "Yeah, there's some things that you've openly stated you're into sexually that makes me think that you would 100% just be the type to do that, and you're weird. Be like, just straight up, you're weird." And I was
Well, let me know how you really feel.
this isn't weird. Like, I was like, first off, like, you're right. If I, for whatever reason, just put the controller down and went dead silent and just started beating my meat while we were on the phone, yeah, that's fucking weird. And so I was like,
Wait,
if
it is?
yeah, it is. It's more so. It's weird-er.
Uh-oh.
It's weird to do it, but it's weird-er if I then tell you I'm doing it. But I told her it's like, it's not like we were sitting in church and I whispered, like, I leaned over to you and I whispered, "I'm gonna put my finger in your butt." And she was like, "Oh, well, that would just be hot." And I was like,
Ooh.
"What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?" I was like, "No,
Heathen.
I'm done with you.
Blasphemer.
Like I have 100% lost all respect for your opinion." I felt like I was finding too many of them to be getting all of them. It's like, well, you know, it's like you're doing something in a place you're not supposed to. I was like, it's not the same thing. That's not the same thing at all. Like, that's wrong. Even I think it's wrong. And I'm awful.
And you's a dirty motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Thought about it for a second. Confirmed.
Of all of my friends, I am the closest to Quagmire that we could probably get.
Mm. Oh!
What?
Get me back my eye,
Giggly.
and I'll take you to the tower.
Who am I? Am I the Joe?
No. Maybe. No, Mark's the Joe. You're
I was gonna
Cleveland.
say Mark's the Cleveland.
No, you're.
I don't
no.
want to be Cleveland. How am I Cleveland?
No one wants to be Cleveland.
No, how am I Cleveland? Please
Because-
explain it to me.
Not quite black enough to be black.
I'd rather be Vinny.
Who the hell is Vinny? The dog?
Exactly.
The other dog?
Yes.
Get the fuck out.
I'm not Cleveland. I refuse.
Then who is Cleveland?
I'd rather be Meg.
Who's you're not Meg. I'm closer to Meg than anybody else.
I feel like no, you're not.
I mean, it's a tie between me and Mark.
No, because if there was a situation, if there was a shut up Meg situation, you are 100% more likely to be the person saying,
I would not.
Shut up,
I would
Meg.
not tell Meg to shut up.
Actually, we'd be telling Mark to shut up.
Yes,
So
Mark
Mark's
would be
Meg.
Meg.
Mark's Meg.
It's happened. I don't think we. I think we might. I might have recorded it. I don't know, but this is a while ago. Like we might have been playing like Among Us, and for whatever reason, like it was me, you, Jordan, and Mark, and we was all hanging out. So we had to be playing Among Us. And Mark went to say something, like he started like either like singing something to himself or whatever, and I immediately was like, Mark, shut up. And then Jordan, like after me, after me, he was like, none of that. and like it was completely independent of the two statements were completely independent of themselves. Like it wasn't something like he didn't piggyback off what I said. We were both already telling him to be quiet. And the fact that we were so in tune is what killed me.
So clearly,
He's
you
made.
two have a Peter Lois situation going.
Yes, no one understands how we have sex with each other. That is accurate.
Yeah. I refuse to be Chris. If anybody, I'm Brian.
Which means no, you can't be Brian, because I hate Brian.
And people hate me.
I don't hate you, and that's the important part.
They don't tell me they hate me.
Sometimes I want to crack you with a pool stick,
But I know it.
because it'd be a hate crime, and I love you.
I'm not Stewie.
No, you don't want to kill
And
your
I'm
mother.
not. And I'm not Chris.
Dr. Hartman.
Do I just not fit? Stop. He's literally the worst doctor. Look, I was just watching the episode of The Simpsons the other day when they find out that Homer has a crayon in his brain, and it turned out that Dr. Hibbert had been X-raying his brain, and he'd just been covering it with his thumb.
Yeah.
Oh god. Why are cartoon doctors awful?
They have to be. Wouldn't be funny otherwise.
Dr. Hartman is actually really funny.
You know what's weird? They recast Dr. Hibbert on The Simpsons.
Who?
It's Kevin Michael
When?
Richardson now.
Because of the black thing.
Yeah, because of Black Lives Matter movement.
But what happened with Apu? Is his voice different? Or he moved, didn't he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything current. So is he attempting to do the Dr. Hibbert voice, or?
Nah.
Interesting. I'd say after 30 years, why not just leave it? Leave it.
I remember telling Mark, I was like, "Oh yeah, they've changed Dr. Hibbert's voice." And Mark was like, "They did it. They solved racism."
I mean, good for them, but again, on the same, just leave it.
Yeah, it's beyond over.
This has been 30 years.
Like,
You're giving us the wrong sounding Muppets.
Waka Waka. Who wants to hear a funny laugh? Are you fucking passing my toes?
Let's figure out where I fit into the group. Am I Carter?
No, not at all. You're not rich enough to be Carter.
No? Okay, so I'm not Babs. Oh my gosh. Am I Lois's sister?
No. You might be
Am
Mayor.
I Adam West?
Yeah. Am I you might be Mayor West. Oh no, you know who you are? You're Consuela.
Shut up.
You are 100% Consuela.
I need to touch.
You are Consuela.
I refuse. You know what? That's better than freaking Cleveland.
Like, he didn't hit me. He caught me on a backswing. Ain't that about a bitch?
The worst thing I would want to be is Cleveland or Cleveland Jr.
You could be Rollo.
I don't really care for Rollo either.
Who does?
Yeah. Seamus?
Why not just be Dr. Hartman at that fucking asshole? Point. Sorry. The game. It's the game.
There was an, I don't remember what episode it was, but it was on recently. It fully murdered me. Dr. Hartman did. Fully murdered.
How fully?
Like, fully. Like, if I was an egg, I'd be a chicken.
I'm not even gonna. Nope. All right. Are you serious? How? How in the world did it even happen, though? I didn't get hit, but all right, cool. If you say so, then I guess I did. Who do I know in Congress that can have my back in these rough times?
Boy, ain't that the question.
Oh, Christ.
Oreos?
Really? What? Oh my gosh. That's gonna be the whole episode. We got like 5 minutes left.
Speaking of crazy, did you ever watch that interview of Mulaney?
Uh-uh.
Oh, come on, man.
I forgot.
It was a good time. He talked about his intervention. He gave us the timeline of everything that had happened.
Y'all see that?
Like,
I didn't get hit, and it was just like, yeah, you got hit.
Before he filed for divorce from his wife, he had already not been living with her. Like, they were already separated for months. Also, he had gone to rehab previously. Before it became public that he checked into rehab, he had already gone to rehab before. And, fairly recently before the second time. And then the second, after he got out of rehab, it clearly didn't work. He got so bad off that his friends staged an intervention.
What was he taking? Aspirin?
He was doing cocaine, lots and lots and lots of cocaine.
Oh, he was on really cocaine?
And I believe he was drinking again. So we already knew that he had had an issue with drinking, and then he added the cocaine on top of it. So his the intervention was staged or planned by Seth, I believe, and some other comedians and other people that he knew in his life or whatever. But he was supposed to, the story they tell is he was supposed to have a dinner with a friend of his that he went to college with.
Oh my God. That's great. Keep telling that story.
Yeah, he was supposed to have dinner with a friend that he went to college with, and it was secretly his intervention. However, the thing with the friend was John had no idea it was an intervention. And so he thought that he was having dinner with a friend. And he showed up late. And so they had the friend call in, and it was like, John, where are you? And John's like, oh, I'm getting a haircut at SNL. And they were like, what? What? He's getting a haircut at SNL. And the way John tells the story is that, he was just so blitzed out of his mind, all the time, that he thought that he was having this dinner with his friend and that he should have a haircut.
Yeah.
So he literally walked to the makeup and hair department of Saturday Night Live and stuck his head in and just went, can I get a haircut? And they cut his hair. And so at the intervention, Seth was like, there's no way. He's definitely, out getting high. There's no way he's getting a haircut. And so he said he called some people that he knew at the studio, Seth Meyers. He said he called some people that he knew at the studio and was like, hey, is John there getting a haircut? And they stuck their head in the room and yep, there he was. Just at the makeup department of Saturday Night Live getting a haircut. So after the haircut's done, he moseys on over to the intervention, and he goes inside, and when he sees all the faces, he knew immediately that it was an intervention. And the first thing, he's like, the first thing he said, he was just like, I know. He's like, I know what this is. And he starts to just admit, he's like, I know I have it.
Oh my god, damn it. Titties, asses. They're all over the place these days. Okay, I'm paying attention to the story.
Yeah.
I am.
The thing is, he said the thing that upset him the most about the intervention, it wasn't that, like, there was an intervention, because he knew he needed an intervention, like, he knew he needed to stop. He said the worst thing about the intervention was that it was a room full of comedians, and he was the only one that was doing a bit. Like, it was a very weird situation when you're in a room with Fred Armisen and he goes to give you his speech and he says, "Now this isn't a bit." And they're like, but the thing is that anybody who knows Fred Armisen, like, that's how all of his bits start.
That's what he used to have to tell Anna. I was like, this isn't a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That wasn't that hard. I was just really bad at it. All right. That into that story.
Oh yeah, he said he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember most of the stuff that he did on Seth Meyers before he went to rehab.
Really? How bad off was he? Like, for real, for real?
Bad.
Damn, man. I thought that he was like on painkillers or something.
No.
Because I'm just really... I don't do cocaine. In case anybody was wondering. I don't do cocaine. So, like, I don't necessarily have, like, the ability to spot someone who's on cocaine. I can't play spot the cocaine.
Well, remember what I told you about what Edwin told me about cocaine. Oh, I remember that night his friend got arrested, and I was like, "What? How?" And he goes, "Well, because cocaine makes you feel like a superhero."
Okay. All right, y'all. That's it for this one. Until next time, we out of here. Peace. Oh, goodness.